And now, it's the Still Unnamed Podcast with your host, Petey Salas.
Hey kids, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Still Unnamed Podcast with Petey Salas. That's me. I want to get right to it because we've got a jam-packed episode. On the show today, I've got Edna, I've got Elisa, collectively known as the E-Unit. Edna and Elisa have been friends of mine for the last 12, 13 years. I met them back when I was a teacher's assistant and they were students. Some of the most fun times of my life, and we still laugh about them today. They're two of the funniest people that I know. I love these girls. Edna I've spoken about on the podcast before. I consider her kind of like an executive producer. She's been there since the beginning because she's one of the first people that I was bouncing ideas off of when I wanted to do this show a few months ago. And you can't have Edna without Elisa. They are hilarious. So I've been dying to get these girls on the air for a while now, and I finally had them over one morning and we shot the shit. And we went long. It went about an hour and 30 minutes. So this is obviously going to be split into two episodes. These are seriously two of my favorite girls in the entire galaxy. And they're crazy and they're funny. There's a lot of giggling between the three of us. And it's just one big random talk that... one of those type of talks that the three of us tend to have via text or whenever we get together, and I'm sharing just a little piece of it with you guys so you guys can know them, you guys can meet them. They're both amazingly hilarious, they're both beautiful, they're both great moms, and I consider both of them to be some of my closest friends in the world, and I love them dearly, so let's get to these crazy bitches right now.
I hate my voice.
But no one's gonna be able
I know
to tell the
there's a
difference
between us.
Everyone says we sound alike on
Like on the phone and stuff.
Let me
That's
see.
why we used to
Test it.
Okay, go. Hey guys. Hey guys.
You purposely did that. All right.
So what's up, dude?
What's going on?
You gotta let him start it, man.
Let's fucking start.
Sorry, go.
All right. I'm here with the E-Unit. They're here in the house. Miss Edna and Elisa. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Hey.
Edna's throwing gang signs at you for
I feel
some
like
reason.
I'm on camera.
You're not.
I'm not.
This is not a vlog. It's
We are not camera ready, okay?
We're not.
This is like the earliest interview you've ever done,
yes,
right?
I was about to say that is the exact... this is the earliest interview I've ever done. Stop. You guys look so awkward.
I'm not trying to.
It is currently 10:30 in the morning on
6:30 a.m.
on a Sunday morning. We just had some delicious Delia's tamales.
Yes.
They were from Delia's, right?
Yes,
Yes.
they were.
Okay.
Plug
the only place to
Delia's.
get 'em.
Spare no expense.
That's right. 1 dozen.
1 dozen for 3 people.
Yeah, someone went cheap, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So what's up? What are we going to talk about?
Elisa's boobs, I think.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect. Well,
yeah.
we're jumping right into that.
No, yeah. That's thank you, I think. So we're talking about it only because I told you that I go home for lunch to nurse my daughter who will turn 4 months next week.
Right.
Congratulations to me.
Congratulations on being a brand new mom.
Yes. And usually on Tuesdays,
Mhm.
I look forward to listening to your podcast while I'm nursing her because it's something to do and it's funny.
Thank you.
And I've noticed that as soon as she hears your voice,
Mhm.
she smiles and like she's like into it, you know? It's kind of creepy to be honest with you because I feel like you're kind of there somehow, but
I'm in the room with you.
yeah.
I'm
So
sharing this intimate moment.
She likes it, and I mean, I think it's funny, but it's funnier when I'm nursing her and I laugh at something
Mhm.
that you say on the podcast, and I
Uh-huh.
look down at her and she's like smiling at me, like this goofy smile, all the milk's raining out of her mouth, and like, so she
See,
digs it too, you know?
well,
it's for
that's-
everybody.
It is. And it's funny that you say that because I just had like a bunch of my girlfriends have a huge explosion of babies in the last 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's you, it's Patty, it's Laura, it's a girl that I work with named Jennifer, and it's a girl I work with named Elisa. They all had babies. Another Elisa, by the
Wow.
way, had babies all around the same 2-month period. Now, out of those 5 I listed, 4 of you all listened to the podcast, and 4 of you give me the exact same report.
And that
listening,
one-
Kevin?
Huh?
Who is not listening?
I don't think Elisa number 2 has listened to it
Oh.
yet.
What's her problem?
I don't know.
I'm just.
I was going to say,
I
that
gotta-
one is a bitch.
There can only be one.
Just kidding if you listen to this one.
But I mean, it's true. Like I thought 1 was a coincidence, and
Yeah.
2 was like, oh my god, that's ridiculous. But yeah,
It's like the deep, maybe like the deep manly voice.
I don't know. I
Maybe.
don't know what it is, but it's hilarious. Like, I do it. I mean, I have to nurse her, so I'm like, well, I might as well listen to this while I have
Right.
free 30 minutes, to myself here.
right.
And it's like all quiet and, dark in my room, and she's eating, and then I'm listening to your podcast, and then I look down at her and she's just like smiling.
Is it because maybe you're giggling and jiggling at the same time?
Yeah, maybe it's like a milkshake or something, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
So I don't know, but it's very funny.
That's cool. Do your
And-
kids like my show?
My kids have not listened to your show.
That's probably best.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're a little bit older. But
And I didn't realize, I guess, I had never watched the Lego movie.
Mhm.
So I didn't know that Taco Tuesday came from that. Did it come from that?
I don't know. It came from Quentin, so I'm assuming yes.
Okay, because my kids the other day were like, Mom, it's Taco Tuesday. And I was like, what?
what do you know?
Have you been looking at my browser history?
But I was like, what is that from? And they were like, it's from the Lego movie. And I was like, okay.
Okay, well
My
that
kids thought it
that
was
makes
that
more
one.
sense. So I don't know. Yeah, it came out in the first episode actually. Mark and I were discussing how to end the show, and
Right.
Quentin just ran up to the mic and said, "It's Taco Tuesday," and that's
Well, now it's stuck.
now it is.
That's what I call it too.
Right.
So.
Well, I've known you guys for quite a while. We're going on what, like, it's over 10
over
years.
10
12
years.
years.
It's 12 years now.
Oh.
Edna
I'm
and
not
Elisa.
old enough to know someone 12 years, guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Edna and Elisa were my students, sort of.
Fucking
Yeah.
pervert.
Back when I taught KMAC at a high school. But we weren't that far apart in age.
No.
You guys were 16,
Well, I thought you were
17.
like 50, but...
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, how old are you?
Right now?
No. How old were you when you were teaching?
19.
Oh, yeah, we were.
What?
They hired me when I was 19.
That's right.
Yeah.
But you were already 20 when I met you, I think.
Well, I met you that first year, didn't I?
You weren't there that one year, were you? Like, when Garza started, you were there? That
I
your
was
first
there
year?
with Mr. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wasn't there with Mr.
Okay,
Man.
well then yes,
Oh,
I was
dude,
there
you
for
missed out.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah,
Those were the
I got
KMAC
the
vintage
new
days.
guy.
Right. I haven't talked to that dude in forever.
Was Philip in K-Mac when Man was there?
Yes, he was. Yeah, I think
He
so.
was in K-Mac?
Hey, you're not pressing recording.
I thought he just came into the class all the time, as most people did that were in the
there
class.
were a lot of KMAC rats, that's for sure. He just
I
couldn't.
didn't know he was actually in the
couldn't
class.
get. Yes,
And then
yes,
he
he
would
was.
just come smell people's backpacks and leave. When he was on the hunt.
Okay. Well, I
Sorry.
mean, let's put it out on
Shout
Front
out to
Street. You
Anel.
just. Philip was a. I think he was a student,
I'm
right?
gonna let you take that one.
He was a student.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was.
I mean, in the class, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember.
Right. Not in my class, but I assume in one of the
Okay.
classes.
Well, he was in love with both of you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So.
I only came to find that out after high school when Edna and I coincidentally ran into him at Cena El Rey downtown.
He was at a bar drinking, and so we walk in and we're like, why is he drinking?
and
He's allowed
anybody
to
who
drink.
knows him would know why we thought that.
Right.
But yeah, he he came up to us.
I feel like we're walking into like
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Some
tell this
territory
part.
where
I'm just
there's-
gonna tell this part because it's funny.
Nothing's off limits.
Yeah, he came up to us and remembered who we were right away, which was very disturbing.
it was really,
And-
but it was really good for my ego though.
And then he's like, "Hey, what did he say? Oh, you guys are married? Darn it! Dang it! Dang it!
Dang it.
Dang it!
Dang it.
Because his chance was gone.
Yeah, he just waited too long.
My
He
gosh,
he waited 10 years.
You gotta jump on it when it's in front of
You
you.
gots to. That was my motto.
That's the moral of this story. The moral of the story is that.
Don't be a procrastinator.
Right.
Oh,
You gotta
God.
strike while the dick is hot. I don't know. That could work.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I can fill up.
Yeah.
Good times with
Good
that guy.
times, good times. Too many stories to recount now.
Yeah, you guys are holding back, but that's
We
good.
are.
I like it.
Well, I mean, I just,
That's fine.
it's personal, it's
Yeah.
private.
Those are like really special memories.
Right. But
I just know that every time I had to do an interview for the news, I really wanted him to be on the interview.
right, he
Because
made
I was
it.
going to get gold.
He made it entertaining. Very entertaining.
And I was going to get lots of high fives during class when everyone watched it.
Aw.
Shut up.
Well, you dropped the famous line just now. You're not pressing recording. Let's just tell that story real quick.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like however many years to the day because it was for a Christmas
We
episode.
did our Christmas episode
Okay.
where we asked people what they want. Say it with a straight face. Because it was on this team, for whatever reason, I think it was Rob,
Mm-hmm.
myself, Squeak. Everybody remember Squeak?
Right.
And anybody else is irrelevant. I don't even remember who they were.
Okay.
But we asked him, of course. That was like our main goal.
To get him on
yes,
camera.
hey, what do you want for Christmas? And I think I remember him saying
a cowboy hat.
a cowboy hat. He wanted
A CD player.
A CD player, yes.
And whatever else Santa wants to bring
Whatever
me.
else Santa wants to bring me. And so,
Oh, we like totally skipped a good part. At
What?
the beginning, right when you were
we ask everybody,
Right.
like,
We ask them to say
spell
their
name
name and spell it
yes,
so that we
and
can put it on CG.
He did not see that there was a red light on the camera, and he proceeded to tell us that we were not pressing recording.
and we literally like that has been like one of our like little lines
I think I say that for everything.
for like the past 10 years.
Right.
Like we're
Like-
taking a picture or
If I was a real housewife, my tagline would be, "Hey, you're not pressing recording."
and we are Mecca.
That too.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he's a big
Right.
football
Oh
enthusiast,
my
guys.
God. I'm sweating because I'm laughing so
Oh
much.
my gosh. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's our fill up memories right there.
Fucking high school. Damn, dude, we're old.
No, we're not. We're vintage.
Right.
Like a fine wine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say that that's accurate.
Yeah.
And you weren't in the class. You were only in there 1 year, weren't you?
Well,
She transferred out.
well, the first semester of my senior year, I like never went to school.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, literally never.
Like, never.
Like, I'd spend the night at Elisa's house, and then we would get up, like, at fucking 8 in the morning, right? And you'd think, like, oh, we're already up. Might as well just go to school. We would get dressed. We would sell
I like
this
how
shit.
that was like the second option to whatever's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
So we would, like,
At 8
really,
in the
no.
morning on a
Right.
Tuesday.
We would really sell this shit. We would, like, get up, get dressed, because we'd be at her house,
Mhm.
and we would sell it to her mom. Like, we're going to school.
Uh-huh.
And we would do all that stuff, and then get to school.
And then
like,
leave.
We'd get to the parking lot and be like, fuck
Not
this.
today. Not today, guys. Sorry.
So
And I still graduated early.
that's cool.
Yeah, she's
Hey.
she's a smart bean, so.
Dude, yeah. We never went to school. It was really bad.
But, I went for the important stuff, like pre-gaming before covering a Mackay game, you gotta do that.
Those were great. Those
And I think I even, really hurt you one time at a game.
me.
Yeah. I think I bit your arm and, broke skin or
Ah, you got
something.
real scared or something, didn't you?
I don't think I got scared.
Yeah, because you were drunk off your ass.
Oh,
You were-
well,
The
I wouldn't
statute's
say-
passed on that, right?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think off my ass, but enough that I was basically doing nothing on the sidelines with that camera except for filming inappropriate things.
Right.
And it was just fun. And I mean, I'm so glad that I actually took that class and,
Dude, that class got me a scholarship. I wrote a paper about that class, and I got a scholarship.
That's
It
really.
was like a $2,500 scholarship.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Where's my cut on that?
I left the part out of my pervert student teacher.
You keep saying that word. I don't think I was very.
No, you
perverted.
weren't.
No, you
weren't.
weren't. You were cool.
You were slightly inappropriate for being a teacher.
That's a good
but
way to
not
put
perverted.
it. Right.
Like, who in their right mind at that school was like, this guy needs to come back and
Right.
teach and rear these youth. The 2 youths.
Yeah,
But that's okay, because it turned out to be fun.
it did.
And who would have thought that we would have remained friends all
I
these
know.
years later?
That is what is like such a shocker, because I was there for about 5 years, and I mean, you get a new roster of like, 40, 50 kids every year. So, I must have met 300 kids easy.
Right.
And out of those 300, I have a select like handful that I can say I'm
Right.
still friends with. And you two are 2 of them,
Yeah.
And it's just, it was something like, I didn't go in there expecting to make lifelong friends.
Right.
Because I figured I already went through high school.
Yeah.
I should have my lifelong friends.
Yeah.
But then I ended up making
Yeah.
true friends.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah.
That was fun.
But you know what I think it is? I think there's a certain type of person that was in K-Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not necessarily.
Well, there's a few exceptions to that rule, but
No, but I'm talking
mostly,
about
yeah.
the ones that have, like us, that have stayed in touch.
Yeah, I think so. We
There's
all
like
kind
a-
of had that. We were on the same page, like.
Right, the same wavelength.
Yes,
It just-
exactly.
Aw, you guys. Should we hug?
Hug it out, guys. Hug it out.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I mean. Like, you guys are like the 2 people that I can literally text you guys like the dumbest shit, and I know you guys will laugh. Like, I know if I
Yeah.
sent that to anybody else, that, like, even my husband will be like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Right.
Yeah.
But I can send you guys like the dumbest shit. Okay, I'm like falling in love with you guys right now.
I know.
No, but oh, K-Mac guys.
I mean, Edna and I are the kind of friends that we can be outside of a club looking at stupid stuff on the internet on our phones in the car, and we're having like a badass time.
Rather than going inside.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Like, we were sitting out there one time looking at pictures of Bruno Mars. Like,
Even though I clearly remember Edna telling me at his concert that we were so excited to go to that he looked malito.
but I would still beg you.
Like, I think it's something about his eyes being kind of close together, but all that went out the window as soon as he started performing. She was like,
Right.
"Oh, I'll forget it."
Right.
So yeah, but
I'm into it.
He's possibly slow, but I'd still fuck him. That was the moral of that concert
Exactly.
story.
Don't judge a book by its cover. We're full of wisdom today. Jump while the wood is hot. What did we decide on? Was the
You
other
gotta
one?
strike while the dick is hot. He may be missing a chromosome or 2, but damn, look at that ass.
Oh my gosh.
gosh,
I like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Ow.
we're gonna get some hate mail for that. I'm pretty sure.
I know.
Good.
This is pretty un-PC.
I like
Good.
it.
Okay.
That's what it needs to be. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I've
think
been
so.
wanting from the beginning. I said it in episode 1 that I wanted you on here.
Right.
Like remember when I talked to you about it before I even ever recorded one.
Yes.
I texted you and I was like, I think I'm going to do this. And the original idea was for you to be the co-host every week.
Yeah, no, I
that
don't-
wasn't going to happen. I knew that wasn't going to
I
happen.
wanted us to have a YouTube show for a long time because I think we're really hilarious, and maybe no one else does, but I think we are. So that's all I need.
I would definitely watch it.
Yeah, and I think
That's like a conversation we always have. Like,
Yeah.
God damn, we're funny. Like,
we are. I mean, whatever.
Well, I'm glad to be able to showcase that slightly.
I hope people
I don't
think
know.
we're funny.
I don't think I'm on my game. I'm a little nervous.
Nervous about what?
I don't know. Not really.
Is it this phallic instrument that's right in
Oh.
front of
It
you?
is,
It's
I
staring
feel
you in the
like-
face.
Keeps hitting you
like
in the forehead?
Kristen Wiig in Bridesmaids.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's like, you just kept putting it in my face. Oh my god.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, so.
But now you guys are parents. We're all parents.
Oh,
You know,
gosh,
what,
isn't
what
that
the
crazy?
fuck is that?
Like, who in their right mind was like, you guys should get a kid, you get a kid, you get a kid? Like, Oprah just came out and handed them all out to us.
Right, and it was
There's 3, 4, 5, 6 kids between the 3 of us.
oh my god.
I have the most. I'm
She
done
likes
though,
the
guys.
palo.
I'm done.
Oh.
Hey, yeah.
She's only had sex 3 times.
Well, that's
In
why.
my life,
Well,
yeah.
I've only had sex once, so
Yeah,
that's I
right?
had Quentin.
I haven't.
You never had
Ever?
sex. It was all immaculate.
Immaculate conception.
Turkey baster.
Oh,
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
That's right.
so
So
borrow
appropriate.
Edna's baster if you guys need it for your turkey. 'Cause She
Got
uses
lot-
it for other things.
Got lots of protein.
Ew. So yeah, we are all our parents.
Yeah,
now.
we've populated this planet
Yeah.
6 times over
It's crazy, right?
with little us.
You know,
People
and
running
do you
around.
see
Yeah.
yourself? Like, I see
Oh,
my kids.
absolutely.
I see myself and my kids, and I'm like, what have I created?
Well, like Emma for sure.
monster.
Your daughter for sure. That is just an exact replica.
Oh
of
no,
you.
but I'm not talking about like how she looks. I'm talking about like the attitude and
No, I
the
know, that's what I
humor
mean.
and-
Yeah, no, like she is you.
She
oh, yeah.
is.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. Quentin is just the shit he comes up with. I don't remember being.
But it's like a better version of us because
Right. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
like,
I don't remember being
you're
that
sharp.
clever
Yeah.
at that age.
Yeah.
It took me a while, but maybe it's because they learned from us and
Yeah.
we're on our game now.
That's right.
Dude, yeah, but I don't remember being like I feel like I just thought about cartoons and shit. My kids like trip me out.
Yeah.
I asked them, we went to go see that, what is it? Big
Hero 6.
Big
Oh, that's a
Hero
good one.
6.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's your favorite part? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, spoiler alert, whoever hasn't seen it. Somebody dies, right? Like doing
Yes.
an act of braveness. And my son, my 6-year-old son, he like literally just turned 6.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part? My favorite part was the part where, you know, whatever the fuck the kid's name was, went in and like, he was really brave, Mom. He was gonna go save people. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like the monster blowing fire out his mouth or something.
Right. No, I mean that's I don't know what that says about me because my favorite part was when he was teaching him how to fist bump and he's like, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I mean.
That was my
like,
favorite cute part. And I'm fucking 32 and our kids are commending
Yeah.
characters on their braveness.
exactly.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
so our kids have a birthday coming up.
Yes, they do.
Because Quentin and Jordan have the same birthday.
I remember that day very fondly.
Your son's mother and I were in labor at the same time.
At the exact same time.
Mhm.
I went out to, I don't know, run to the bathroom or something, I don't know, and I ran into your mom in the hallway.
Yeah.
And I didn't recognize her,
Yeah.
but she recognized me and she's like, Petey? And I'm like, hi, hot nurse. Hot biker nurse. And she was, it's me, Elisa's mom. And I'm like, oh, hi, how are you, or whatever. And she's like, what are you doing here? I said, well, my wife's having a kid. She's like, you having a kid? Yeah, so is Elisa. I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's fucking insane. So that was interesting.
Right?
What time was
Did
Jordan
you stop
born?
by to say hi?
No, he
No.
didn't. Because he was like preoccupied with having his first child.
Right.
I give him a pass.
Right. What time was she born?
She was born at, let me think. She was born at like 5:30ish, 5:35, 5:36.
In the morning?
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon. Okay.
Mhm.
Quentin was 8:22 a.m.
a.m. So,
So-
y'all were already in recovery.
Right.
Yeah, that's where my mom saw you.
I guess
That's
so.
right, yeah.
So he had already come out,
Yeah.
and I was running back and forth.
Yeah.
And that's when I saw her.
Yeah.
Were you scared? Were you there like when he came out and everything?
I was there.
Were you scared, like, at all?
Yes, I was terrified. I remember. Okay, it was happening very fast. It took fucking 17 hours for anything to happen.
Right, and then it was like.
And then it was like, let's go,
Quick,
let's do
yeah.
this. So they're rushing her out. One of the nurses or whatever is getting me prepped, taking me down the hallway and putting me in this.
C-section?
Yeah, she had a
Oh, okay.
C-section.
Oh, okay.
So they took me to like this supply closet. Wait, let me.
Geared you up?
I'm jumping
Did
ahead.
7 minutes in heaven with the
I'm jumping
nurse
ahead. I
before?
used to. I was a lot bigger 7 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I was in that 3X bordering 4X range. So the scrubs that they handed me did not fit me. So they had to send me to a supply closet to get the big boy scrubs, I guess. So that's where I was putting on my scrubs and the little booties and all that stuff. And they
Right.
took me over there. They take me in, and there she is. She's prepped up. And I remember I was on this side of the the division, the partition or whatever, just kind of looking at her. She was doped up out of her mind.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
just high as fuck. And she didn't know what was happening. She was just kind of like smiling, but like looking past me. And I'm like doing the whole like
green Martian.
Right. I'm doing like, you're doing fine, babe. You're doing fine. And she was just like, and then I said, okay, this is gonna happen. And then the doctor comes in and she says, okay, we're ready to do this. Okay. And then I smell bacon
Somebody told me that it's like a really distinct smell.
It smells like bacon because they're burning the flesh as they cut so that they can so it doesn't bleed all over the place. I forgot. I'm forgetting the word. Thank you. And all of a sudden, they told me, keep focused with Mom. Don't look behind the curtain. They told me that.
They told you that.
They
yes.
warn you. Well, you know when anyone says don't,
I have to. I have to fucking look. So I took a peek.
Ooh.
And her guts were sitting
on top of her chest.
Mm-hmm. And I watched, and I was just in shock as they pulled out the sack and they popped it, and then they pulled out Quentin and they just handed him off to a nurse, and then she just took all this guts and just shoved it violently like she was stuffing a turkey back into Sally, and then they sewed her up, and it was done. And that was the only time in my life that I can honestly say, when I was crying, they were shooting straight out. Tears were shooting. They weren't dripping down my face. They were shooting. And the reason I know that is because I was wearing eyeglasses.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw the tears hitting the glasses and splashing. And I was just freaking out that I had witnessed that.
That's crazy.
Well, when I was here, I'm laughing because you're saying I looked over and I freaked out. When I was having Emma, the nurse I had was wearing heels. She was German or something. She had blue eyeshadow, red lips, pink cheeks, full on makeup.
You're
so
describing
Mimi from Drew Carey was your nurse. No, but she was thin.
Either that or a porno nurse.
But she was thin, right?
The nurse from the Blink-182 cover.
Exactly.
Kind of like that, but old.
Okay.
And then so she's walking around with heels. That was fucking weird because she's a nurse, right? So the baby's crowning and. She tells me, do you want to see? And I'm like, okay. So she brings out a mirror and I'm like, oh my God, okay, I'm good. Take it away.
Wow.
It was, I don't even remember what it looked like, but I just remember that I did not want to look at it.
Did you have them both naturally?
Yes, I did.
How about you?
All three.
Really?
But I had an epidural, and with Emma, my mom and my husband were in there, and they were both I had an epidural, so I'm feeling good, right? I'm I'm good. And they're like, it's okay. I'm like, you're okay. And I'm like, I'm fine. Everybody stop talking to me. I'm totally fine.
Right.
And they had I didn't feel any pain. I just couldn't move my legs. They were like tree trunks. Just...
No, and they had, I'll never forget, where I'm in the bed, the TV's in front, and America's Funniest Home Videos is on. And they're like, okay, you need to push. And I'm trying to push, but I'm watching the TV. I till this day love TV.
Uh-huh.
I was like, can y'all turn the TV off? Because I couldn't focus on pushing.
We gotta get your daughter out. Yeah, but this is really funny. That kid's about to hit his dad in the nuts, and I gotta see it.
His dog's on ice skates. That's awesome.
Can we hold on? She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, she'll be fine in there. She's been in there long enough.
Right.
A few more minutes won't hurt.
Dude, yeah. It was...
Well, they tried to let Quentin's mom do it naturally, but it just took forever and it wasn't happening. So it was his heart rate was lowering and shit. So it's just let's get him out now.
Yeah.
So.
Y'all remember the time of the I don't remember what time Emma was born. I just know it was in the morning because somebody brought me a Q taco. Right after Rap's mom showed up with Q tacos, I was like, yes, give me food.
That's awesome.
Dude, I couldn't eat after I had all three of them. I was sick.
Too bad I've never had that problem.
Right.
How people are oh, I'm so sad, I can't eat. Nope.
I remember after Jaden, I think it was after Jaden, my mom was like, do you want something to eat? And I was like, yes, bring me Whataburger, because you don't eat the whole night before, and then you're in labor all freaking day, you're freaking starving. I just pushed a human out of me, I need some fuel here. And I remember I scarfed it down because I was starving, and then I threw it all up right away. And it was a waste of number one, let me tell you.
Yeah.
No, I have no problem eating.
Me
It's never. That's never been an issue. I wish it was. I wish I could be I'm sad. I can't eat. But
I think I eat more when I'm sad.
Even when I'm pissed off at Ram, if we're fighting, and then he could always be like, "Hey, you want to go eat?" I'm like, "Okay." I'm not mad anymore.
Just don't talk to me.
Yeah. Can you sit somewhere else?
That's fucking funny.
Oh man.
Have we far exceeded our time limit?
You have, but I think we're gonna split this into two.
Oh, awesome.
So
I don't
that's
know.
cool.
Were we funny?
Yes.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Change the tape. You still do that?
What?
Change the tape?
No, it's digital.
Oh,
Sorry.
That's cool.
we're still living in our K-Mac times.
Yeah.
That's why. Dude, that's
I didn't
what
see the red light on either.
It's over here. I did press recording.
Imagine if all this conversation didn't get recorded.
Don't even say that.
Yee.
That's never happened to me before.
Except for when
He's
your
a
computer lost
professional.
everything.
It shit the bed, but that was out of my
Did you
hands.
say I shit the bed?
The computer
Yeah.
shit the bed.
Oh, I thought you said I shit the bed. I was like, what? Why are you telling me?
He was really nervous for us to come.
I was really excited. Okay, we'll stop it right there. And remember, this is a 2-part episode, so there's a whole other 30 minutes to look forward to coming up. As I said, I love these girls, and I'm so I'm so happy to have been able to talk to them and to kind of just capture some of that magic that the three of us have when we get together. This magic that has been there since 2001. It's been a while. We've all grown up together. We've all become parents, and kind of, it's funny, like, we've gotten older, according to the calendar, but in our minds, I still feel like I'm 19 when I'm with them, and like they said, they still feel like they're 17 when we all get together and we laugh and shit. So, next episode with these two, we get into more in depth about parenting, about the differences in our parents and us, how we treat our kids versus how we were raised, and we touch a little bit upon Edna's obsession and strong love for Selena, the original queen of Tejano music. So that's all coming up soon. So for now, I'm gonna wrap this one up and say that's it for this episode of the Still Unnamed podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a reminder, an easy way to get us directly to your phone is to subscribe to iTunes, and you can do that by going to www.tsupodcast.com. There's links there to subscribe to iTunes, there's links to YouTube, there's links to everything you could possibly need. And I want to thank you guys for listening once again. The numbers are growing, the listeners are growing, this podcast keeps growing, and it's all thanks to you guys. And thank you for listening. I've gotten some great feedback on some of the last episodes that we've aired, and I appreciate it. So shoot me some questions, shoot me some comments, shoot me some hate mail. I will take it all. Bring it on, baby. Want to thank our sponsor, Chico's Bail Bonds, and let me just end by saying, be good to each other, be nice, go do something nice for someone today. Don't be an asshole if you can help it. Smile more often, enjoy life, and above all else, have yourself a happy Taco Tuesday. Bye-bye.